How do you deal with such a situation where the need for a new policy direction is now, but the data that is required for that policy direction to support it is not there, and would maybe need some months to a year or so to generate?
Sogbanmu. I'm a lecturer in the ecotoxicology unit, Department of Zoology, Faculty of Science, University of Lagos. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of the Society for Environmental Toxicology and Pollution Mitigation, and I'm an affiliate of the African Academy of Sciences.
So you have been part of this workshop that has been discussing the role of top scholars like yourself in promoting and institutionalizing practices that enable use of research evidence and other evidence, of course, in decision making, for more effective development interventions. And I'm just wondering, following the 3-day conversations, what is your one big takeaway from this workshop?
Yeah, well, I learned a lot, but one big one is the formal frameworks, and guidelines that is already in place, and particularly the case studies of successes in actually, utilizing this EIDM. So we actually have something that look like it's EIDM at my institution in particular, and even in my own work, but they're not formal structures. So it's really good to learn about these formal structures, and particularly about how to institutionalize them.
Right.
So I really took that away, and I'm starting off with it immediately I get back.
I'm really happy you say that, because I would like you to share one thing or one idea you would really like to implement or do differently in your work because of this workshop.
Okay, I think I'd like to start off with the backup. I actually started getting interested in this sometime 2 years ago. And my approach is to do the bottom-up work. So it's to actually engage those who use our research or our evidence to actually get what are their demands.
Right.
So we're not starting off with completing the research and
Right.
finding out to pass it on to them.
It's very important.
So, and that's what we began to do with at the postgraduate level in one of my courses. But recently I was selected as a Science Policy Fellow by the African Academy of Sciences, and I'll be holding that fellowship at the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology in July. So this workshop was actually very much in time, and I'm going in my discussions with the director that I'll be working in there. I've realized, and he's told me about their need for capacity and their need for help. Basically, it was more like a call for help, in synthesizing and utilizing the various evidence that they could use to solve the burgeoning environmental issues that we have in Nigeria.
Right.
Top of the list, which is climate change.
Yeah.
Yes, so, and I've discussed this with him. I already have some ongoing research in this area,
Right.
and I already talked about the networks that I was going to link him up with. So evidently, This will be one of the great networks that we're going to leverage on.
Right.
And then in the course of the work, the scope of work I'll be doing,
Right.
this is actually part of what I'm expected to do
Right.
when I'm there, to
Right.
kind of provide formal ways that they
Yeah.
could actually bring together
Yeah.
the producers and the users, and then move forward with that. So this is just
That's really
great.
interesting. So
Yeah.
this happened at the right time for you,
very right
opportune time.
Yes.